Deep in the heart of Tanzania, far from the modern world, the Hadzabe Bush tribe continues to live as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. A true hunter-gatherer society, the Hadzabe people rely on their deep knowledge of the land, their exceptional hunting skills, and their connection with nature to survive. Today is a special day, a big hunt is happening. The Hadzabe warriors, armed with handmade bows and poisoned arrows, set out on a mission to trap, hunt, and bring back food for their people. This time, the prey is a baboon. The hunt, a test of skill and patience. Hunting in the wild is not easy. The Hadzabe hunters move silently, blending into the environment. Every step is precise, every breath controlled. They communicate with subtle hand signals, their keen eyes scanning the trees and the ground for any sign of movement. Suddenly, they spot their target, a troop of baboons resting in the trees. The hunters know they must act fast. Baboons are intelligent and strong. If they sense danger, they will flee immediately. One of the skilled hunters pulls back his bow, his muscles tense, his arrow tipped with a deadly poison derived from the desert rose plant. He releases the arrow. It flies through the air, striking its target. The baboon lets out a loud cry and attempts to escape, but the poison works quickly. Within moments, the animal collapses. The celebration and preparation. The hunt is successful, and the Hadzabe warriors let out victory cries, thanking the spirits of the land for the food they have provided. For them, every hunt is sacred. They never kill for sport, only for survival. They carry the baboon back to their camp, where the women and children gather around in excitement. This is a big meal, one that will feed many. Before cooking, they carefully remove the fur using fire, a traditional technique that also helps soften the skin. The scent of burning hair fills the air, but the Hadzabe are used to it. This is the way of their ancestors. Cooking the baboon, a bush feast begins. With the baboon now prepared, the cooking process begins. The Hadzabe don't use modern seasonings, oils, or fancy techniques. Instead, they rely on the natural flavors of the meat and the smoky aroma from the fire. The meat is roasted directly over the open flames, sizzling as the juices drip into the fire. Some parts are skewered on sticks, slowly cooking over the heat, while others are placed on hot stones. This is true, ancient bush cooking. As the meat cooks, the air fills with a rich, smoky aroma. The Hadzabe people are excited, they know this will be a meal to remember. The first bite, a moment of satisfaction. Once the meat is cooked to perfection, the Hadzabe sit together in a circle, sharing the meal. There is no waste, every part of the animal is valued. The first bite is taken, and a wave of satisfaction spreads through the group. The meat is rich, flavorful, and tender. Some pieces are slightly chewy, others melt in tea. Inside the wild, see how the Hadzabe Bush tribe hunts a big baboon, cooks, and eats, a raw and ancient survival experience. Deep in the heart of Tanzania, the Hadzabe Bush tribe continues to live as true hunter-gatherers, following the ways of their ancestors for thousands of years. They rely on traditional hunting skills, deep knowledge of nature, and a profound respect for the land to sustain themselves. The thrill of the hunt, tracking the big baboon. The Hadzabe warriors rise with the sun, preparing for the day's hunt. Armed with handmade bows and poisoned arrows, they move silently through the bush, their senses heightened. Every footprint, broken twig, and distant animal sound tells a story, the story of the hunt. Today's target, a large baboon, a prized catch that will feed the entire community. Baboon meat is not easy to obtain, these animals are intelligent, quick, and strong. But the Hadzabe have mastered the art of tracking. Moving carefully through the wild, they spot a troop of baboons resting in the trees. The hunters signal to each other, communicating without words. One skilled hunter steps forward, bow drawn, his arrow tipped with a deadly natural poison. He takes aim, inhales deeply, and lets the arrow fly. A sharp cry echoes through the trees. The arrow has hit its mark. The baboon tries to escape, but the poison takes effect quickly, and it collapses. The hunt is successful. The warriors let out a victory call, celebrating their success, but also showing respect for the animal. They never hunt more than they need. This is survival, not sport. Preparing the meat, the art of bush cooking. Back at camp, the entire tribe gathers to witness the preparation of the meal. Every part of the animal is valued, nothing goes to waste. The first step is to remove the fur using fire. The Hadzabe place the baboon over open flames, singing off the hair until the skin is exposed. The scent of burning fur fills the air, but this is tradition, it's how their ancestors did it. Next, the meat is carefully butchered. The Hadzabe don't use modern tools, just sharp knives and centuries-old techniques. Certain cuts of meat are roasted over the open fire, while others are boiled in a pot made from clay. The fat drips onto the flames, creating a smoky aroma that fills the air. The people sit in anticipation, their mouths watering. The feast, a celebration of survival. Once the meat is cooked, it's time to eat. The Hadzabe sit together in a circle, tearing into the fresh, smoky meat with their hands. This is not just a meal, it is a communal experience. The first bite is rich, smoky, and deeply satisfying. Some pieces are chewy, others tender. The Hadzabe laugh, joke, and share stories as they eat, their faces lit by the fire. For them, this is a way of life. They do not rely on grocery stores, packaged food, or modern conveniences. They hunt, they cook, they eat, just as their ancestors did for generations. A deep connection to nature.
Let's eat it. Let's eat it. Tomato obe. Hey. Tanzania, you're so cold. But you got me.
Ono kamiana tata peza ngongo.
Abita bazana ono kaya.
Kuwa bena tefa fakacho itamakani ndo la miene.
Teba.
Ono amana ndo la miene ndo miso.
Bayamanta.
Kuwa bena ndo.
Gashi amasa.
Bawa. Kuku kupata tamana ko sekame yo. Akwa ya akwa na ono.
La miaga chota obi aka.
Chuti ko. Nana siya kagwa ko chuta chai. Chengele.
Tago tayo de. Si
za
Zane.
zanama. Bichoa. What one of the kaya na
Tata ono toma kwa agwa tu. Taki uno sokse ai sama. Afrika ne ala. La mite.
Osigweko asikom.
Ika. Mafaweda. Gono. Bocho bawa. Nie na kwete.
Kuncu ya ma ba ono matuna.
Gada. Dase.
Rudisha uchote.
Utula dasu. Ah. Zana kuman. Laga dese mete. La lema toma para ko. Kolabolo.
Tushu ana mukorobo. Ma.
Pora pina sama atone.
Awina atene na itubi toto kokoa.
Ndio amene ila.
Bicho mata ko te tu ana tu amo kolabolo.
Ya mo matoma.
Masih iya na.
Chamana na.
Go na ku.
Tekria ta ama iya sa. Tekria te kwa.
Enge
Na kuya. Tako tsikiti chama kubita.
Ago de na kula mbalu.
Tekria te iya sama.
Dago na tiki kote. Akaoga.
Maana nataka kuita iya sa.
Ago de na ku itisha. Aedene.
Buko ako sa buko busan.
Hagotik zanatene manako apa metate kaya kau semi bitin na gongwa ba Loko bita makubita ni. Ake umakibi lami na mangata mwana. Da sasa mi. Wallahi. Oh, ada berdoa di gunung aku ini. Allah buat. Berkut. Buat.
Eka kwa kota.
Kwa.
Kitaki. Kwa. Haba kwa lote kwa. Aku. Isha. Aku ni. Messi aqua ya teche Tanzania aqua.
Kwa seme. Seme.
Ya. Ya kwa. Haba mango ona kwene kutua ham.
Kwa kadete. Bame kwene.
Jamu.
Lame. Haba mango abam kut. Chacha atete.
Haya ngobakwamu una
Haya mangoka. Bame kwene kakata shena na kana shana fuck.
Haba ko ngoba ko ako ko to basa ke me. Upo ta pe aya me be ni na ngoba be se luwa amana kata uko aya ta kata ngaka ta ota ya kwese kweta ina salako uko kata. Ala kata aya uko kata. Uko kata.
Eka paka tapitale.
Koto shata na ko ha kwa ka. Asama na kungu. Koto.
Tanzania,
Eh?